Hey guys, it's Mike coming back with another video. This one's a more general video of recent Johnny and Hank pickups, including one major Johnny Bench pickup. But we'll go through these now. This is a Huddle magazine out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from 1947, April. And it's not signed by Hank, it is signed by Ralph Kiner. But just an interesting piece, a large magazine that chronicled Hank's beginning of his new team in Pittsburgh in 1947. Nice little article inside. I wish Hank had signed it too, but just for the history of Hank, I went ahead and bought it. It wasn't very expensive, but very neat piece. This is a wire photo of Hank crossing, or actually he's at third base, being congratulated by their coach, or manager, O'Neill. Steve O'Neill, I believe was his name. This is from 1945, Game 2, after he come back from the service and got into the playoffs. And he had a home run in Game 2. That was a 3-run blast that won the game for him, 4-1. And wire photos, I usually like the type 1s, but wire photos that tell part of his story in pictures, which is hard to find from this time. I still go ahead and get the wire photos too, but nice picture of him after hitting the home run in Game 2 to win that game, and they would go on to win the series in 7. Very cool. And an autograph photo. I have the original photo. This is another original photo too, or service photo, I should say, news service. But this is a little bit earlier, 1947, after Detroit has sent him to Pittsburgh. I believe this is in January. He was mulling over retiring or going ahead and play for Pittsburgh, and I'm sure back then it had some newsworthiness to it as they're at his home. And this must be what his trophy case was. I see one of his MVPs on there, and that might be the glove that that was ruled illegal. He had a glove made that was bigger webbing that he had designed specifically for him for his size hand and such, but I think they eventually ruled it was illegal to have a glove that big. And after that, they actually had specific dimensions these first baseman's mitts had to be. And of all things that he's holding, he won 2 MVPs and I'm sure many other awards over the years. The trophy in his hand that he's looking at with a lot of admiration is actually his MVP trophy from the Beaumont Exporters of the Texas League in 1932. The seller was saying it was one of his MVP trophies, but it's not. So just interesting that he's holding his Exporters trophy from his MVP in Texas in the picture. But just a nice candid at home photo. Never see anything like that with Hank with his trophies and stuff. And it's signed very nicely. The guy sold it to me, said it was his like great uncles or something like that had it signed for him in the 40s or 50s. Definitely wouldn't be 40s with that signature. It's a little later than that. But probably, I would guess 60s at some point if I had to put a guess on it. But just a great picture of Hank with all the awards he's accumulated over his career. And I think I've showed you all the signed photo I bought a while back, right up here. This is when Hank and Charlie Gehringer had their numbers retired in Detroit. And I got these other photos to go with it. Looks like he was doing a signing, which a lot of later autographed balls you'll see if you ever see them on eBay or Facebook. They usually came from this game, this ceremony when he went back to Detroit to have his number retired. And there's a nice picture of him and Gehringer holding their numbers that they were presented with for the retirement of their numbers, and a nice larger picture of Hank. They had him say a few words during the retirement. So this is like 1983, I believe. Very nice. Nice to get all those together. I'll probably get that signed one slabbed at some point. This is just a wire photo, but I thought I got a kick out of it from 1975. You got Ralph Kiner, Casey Stengel, Joe DiMaggio, Hank, and Yogi Berra sitting in Berra's office before an old timers game, I would say, kind of talking about no telling what. Hank and DiMaggio were friends from the time they met in playing in the American League. You see a lot of pictures of them together throughout their career and at retirement also. And I just love the picture. Everybody's listening to a story that DiMaggio's telling, and he's very animated, and Hank's getting a kick out of it, and so is Yogi and Ralph. And just a nice picture. It just shows some old friends together, and Hank and Joe especially. It seemed like they had a good relationship their whole careers and afterwards. Now getting into some cards for the Heritage. This year's Heritage, I've picked up both the blue ink and the red ink for Johnny. This is the 1972. When they first started doing them, they did a 67 and a 68. They used different pictures. But now I've noticed the last 3 years that they're just doing reproductions of the original cards and having them sign those. So glad to get both of those finally off the mark. I'm missing one card. It's a 69 blue ink, which some people have said is rarer to find than the red ink. So I've got all his Heritage blue and red Real One autographs. Except for the 69 blue ink. So if anybody sees that, let me know, please. And the last card I'm going to show, I just got in today. Don't let the Beckett holder fool you. I don't care about the grade. In fact, I'll probably be cracking it out of this holder. But this is the 2001 Topps Archives Rookie Reprint Bat Relics. And I've been collecting bench pretty heavy since 2008, so we're talking 14 years now. And this one has always eluded me. On the back, you'll see that the old-fashioned sticker Topps used to put on them. And these are hand numbered to 25, 17 to 25. But for a card numbered to 25, these were really tough. I would say over the years, this is probably the, I don't know, third or fourth one I've seen. And the last one went for a lot of money. It's probably 3 or 4 years ago. And this one came up, and I made an offer, and he was kind enough to accept it. But I'm focusing right now on my collection of Johnny from 68 to 2018. I call it 50 years of Johnny Bench. And I'm trying to get all the Topps cards that were issued, except for one of ones, of course. But this is one that's eluded me for a long time, and I am so happy to get this one into the collection. So that is it. I hope everybody's doing well, and I will talk to you all soon, Lord willing. Take care. Bye-bye.